As you can see, I've kind of decorated a little bit for Christmas. I don't know if you can see him, but I have like a giant elf down there. I don't know if you can, but he's there keeping me company. Okay, so you're probably here because there's something you want to do. And maybe you've heard about the importance of setting a goal when it comes to manifestation, when it comes to law of attraction. Because if you sort of know there's something out there you want, if it's some cloudy, foggy picture you have in your mind, that's not going to cut the deal. Like, I'm sorry to say, but that's just not good enough. You can't manifest anything if you don't know what it is. So let me break this down for you. First of all, I want you to kind of step into a new energy while you're here. I want to get rid of every single one of your limitations in your mind. And that applies for myself as well, because we should not set a goal based on what we already know and what we already have. And do not set a goal based on what you think you can achieve. I know that must sound a bit like weird, but just hang in there. So if you're sitting there and thinking that my goal is to graduate college because that's what makes sense and that's what my family has done and wants me to do, I'll be safe in the job market, I'll make a reasonable salary, I'll retire, I'll enjoy freedom. Take a deep breath with me. Let me ask you something. Why do you not expect more of yourself? When you set a goal, it should not be something that you already know that you can do, because you won't be passionate about it. It should not be something that you know how to accomplish, because you won't be passionate about it. Your goal should be something that you have no idea on how you're going to achieve. It should be scary and super exciting at the same time. And it should be something that you don't want to tell your friends and family because you're going to sound delusional. But you will be passionate about that thing that your soul is calling you for. And don't get me wrong, your soul's calling can be so hard to uncover when you're used to ignoring it. I used to ignore it. I started college ignoring it. I got into relationships ignoring it. I held myself back. And not because I wanted to. Obviously, no one wants to hold themselves back. I just didn't know any better. I had no direction in my life, so of course I didn't know better. I just want to let you know that if you currently do not have a goal, I have an affirmation in the end of this video that's going to help you uncover your goal. So, getting in contact with your gut feeling, your intuition, your soul's calling, your life purpose, whatever you want to call it, putting down a direction, a goal, will change your life. Because suddenly, you'll look at everything you're doing from a different perspective. Suddenly, you'll start questioning yourself. Why am I doing this? Why am I hanging out with these people? Are you jumping out of the bed every morning because you can't wait to start your day? No? Then it's probably time to set a goal. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna write down a list of all the things you want to do. Go through the list. There might be some of the things that you feel more in a certain type of way. I want you to close your eyes and think about when you accomplish each of these things. Whichever you have a stronger feeling toward, that should be your goal. And I want you to circle that one. And you can only pick one. This is super important. You can only pick one. I know it can be difficult. The first time I did that, I had a really hard time picking just one because there were so many things I wanted to do. This is so important. You have to just pick one goal. And it's not to say that the others are going in the trash. No. The thing about goals is that when you better yourself in just one area of your life, the other areas tend to follow along. If people tend to focus on 5 different things at the same time, they usually won't end up achieving any of them because their focus is just scattered. You can kind of compare it to like an airplane or a ship. Like, you don't see them have 5 different destinations. So now that you have a nice circled word on your paper, we want to put that goal into a present tense that I usually like to start with, I am so happy and grateful now that. So when you write your goal like this, I really want you to be precise, short, and measurable. When we write our goal down, we're talking to our subconscious, and our subconscious doesn't understand a whole lot of nuances. When people have goals like, I want to be financially independent, I want to experience ultimate freedom, I want to be happy. Your subconscious mind do not understand that, because what does that mean to you? You need to really specify it. So ask yourself, what does happiness mean to you? What does ultimate freedom mean to you? If freedom is traveling to 10 different countries a year, then that's what you write down. I am so happy and grateful now that I experience freedom by traveling to 10 different countries each year. That could be a goal. And don't you dare thinking about how you can achieve it when you're setting your goal. That's limiting yourself, and you shouldn't. When you're setting your goal, you should dream as big as you possibly can. And usually when I set a goal, I actually time that goal with 10. I know, kind of crazy. But at this point, you already set a goal that doesn't logically make sense. You have no idea on how to get there. So you might as well just like make it bigger. Now you can start breaking it down to how you're going to achieve it. And it's super important to talk into how to actually deal with your goal, because I see a lot of people who easily get overwhelmed and stressed. These people get burned out so fast because they're always looking at the whole staircase instead of just thinking one step at a time. The absolute best is to think and visualize your goal on a daily basis. And I made another video about visualization, you can click up here, to hold yourself accountable for remembering to think of your goal. You can either walk around with your goal card, have it in your bag, have it in your pocket, and every time you kind of touch it, it will trigger a thought of your goal. You'll be like, oh, my goal. I know some people who sleep with their goal card under their pillow at night. You can also set timers on your phone so that every 3 or 4 hours your phone will go off and you should think of your goal. People get overwhelmed and super impatient when they keep comparing where they are right now to where they're going. So it's really about taking one step at a time, and it's about being intentional. So you can ask yourself every morning, or even better, you can ask yourself every night, write down 3 to 6 things that you can do the next day to move you closer to your goal. And this doesn't have to be like make $1 million. This could just be reach out, prepare, post something, buy some gear, study, etc. And please remember to celebrate every single step that you take towards your goal, because for some of you, this is going to be such a shift, suddenly having that direction to follow. And I promise you, when you lay down a direction and a path to follow and commit to it, it will happen way faster than you ever thought was possible. You'll find yourself trying to look back where you started on your journey and be like squinting because you can't even see that far. Okay, so I really hope that this clarified how to set a goal and why you should set a goal. But if you're still out there kind of unsure what your goal should be, I have an affirmation ready for you that is gonna help you uncover what your goal should be. It goes like this. I am so happy and grateful now that I trust and listen to my intuition and my soul's calling. I am open and receptive to my goal and my purpose, and it flows to me with ease and joy. Thank you. It is so. As always, I am super grateful for you hanging out with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday.